You know, I just turned 50 this week, so this is a pretty exciting time in my life, in my career. I was fortunate enough when I was young, I started a business, and at 26 I sold it and tried to chase this dream once before at 26, and that was a long time ago. It's 25 years ago, and back then I didn't have anyone that taught me fishing. I grew up learning everything on my own, and there wasn't the YouTube and the internet to learn, so I jumped into fishing nationally, and man, was I exposed to a whole different world, and I wasn't ready. So I spent 2 years chasing my dream, wasn't successful, almost went broke, and had to go chase my career again and start a business. So I started my roofing business up again, and this dream has always been in my blood. So with the success and the way I was blessed over the past 20 years, I decided to pursue this. And so 2 years ago, I jumped back in the opens, and I fished the MPFL. But 2 years ago, I didn't get into all 9 opens. So I fished a few of them. I think I fished 6, and I fished the MPFL, and I had a really good year. It was my best year in income ever in bass fishing. And then last year, I dealt with some adversities. Being away from a business for a year, I had to put a lot more time in my business last year. So this year, I got with my team. I've got full commitment from my team to allow me to be out here on the water. I'm fishing all 9, the EQ, and so we got that going. We're going to jump into the MPFLs as well. So we have a 15 to 16 event season ahead of us. Really excited. But my goal here is to qualify for the elites, and it's a big task. There's 172 of us that are trying to obtain a 9 spot. I call it the class of 9. So we're going for the class of 9, and you know, I didn't have the best practice, but one thing I've learned over the past 2 years of fishing a lot is that sometimes your best events are when you don't have a good practice, because you just go fish open-minded and you fish free and you fish the moment. So one thing I've learned too, being around some really good influencers like Brandon Palnick, is that you got to have a great attitude regardless of how your practice goes, and you have to be mentally positive the whole time on the water. So we're going to go out today. We're going to fish open with an open mind, and man, we're really blessed. We got a boat 220, which a lot of guys would be discouraged. I'm excited because that allows me the full day on the water to go out there and really put together something shallow, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cover a lot of water, and then that'll get me the prime areas to focus in on tomorrow. So I'll be going, I'll be throwing a swim jig, and then I'll be doing some flipping in some areas where I got bites. I shook off 12 2 days ago, up shallow. So I don't know if they're 1-pounders. I'm one of those guys that doesn't like to stick a lot of fish. Especially I know in these events, fish are hard to come by. And this is a points game. This isn't go out and try to catch 20 pounds every time. It's a totally different mindset than when you have 100 boat fields. So you got to preserve your fish. I found some stuff that's a little sneaky off the bank line as well, and I think that's real important. These fish are going to be on the bank, but I think after a day or two they're going to pull out, and so I focused on some not offshore, but off the bank structure.